Hi everyone, my name is Amelia Mazza, and I'm here today to tell you a little bit about my softball story and why softball is more than just a game. So, my journey, I like to consider myself the underdog, and I wouldn't change my story for anybody else's because my story has taught me so many life lessons that will live with me for the rest of my life more than any statistic ever could. So, at an early age, I learned what it meant to make sacrifices because softball demanded a lot of my time, from long practices and games to countless hours in the car, from traveling for 2-day tournaments on the weekends. So I had to learn to give up certain things in my life to make that all happen. But I did so very happily because I was committed and I loved the game. In high school, I even sacrificed an hour of sleep in the morning, 3 days a week, to go in early before school even started to get an extra hour of practice in with one of my friends. Little did I know at the time that this was expressing dedication and this would help me when I faced future challenges in college. In college, I didn't have that many opportunities to play in my first 2 years, which was a huge mental test for me. But those 2 years forced me to remember my why. Why was I playing? Who was I playing for? What made me love the sport so much? And remembering my why really humbled me and truly helped me embody what it meant to be a true team player and not focus on personal success. So those 2 years really taught me to keep grinding even when you don't see results right away because you just never know what's going to happen. My junior year in college was proving to be my breakout year. I was named junior captain, and I finally earned my starting position in right field. But then, as soon as things were falling into place for me, the unperceivable happened, a global pandemic. So that quickly ended our season, and there went my junior year. But something a former coach once told us was to focus on controlling your controllables, which are your efforts, not the outcome. And that phrase definitely rang true in the situation because I couldn't control what was going on all around me. So instead, I focused on my attitude and my efforts for my senior year. And when senior year came rolling around, it was very interesting to say the least. We had a head coaching change, and our roster was definitely very critically low because girls either transferred or they quit or they didn't return to campus when the opportunity presented itself. And I also made 2 position changes this year. My first position change was from right field to second base, which was definitely uncomfortable because I hadn't played second base in almost 4 years. So I definitely had to knock off some rust there, and I had to do it quickly because we were in season. But with a lot of extra work outside of regular team practice and the support from my teammates and coaches, I found my groove again. But just as I got comfortable, 1 week before conference play started, my coaches came over to me and said that they wanted to try me out at shortstop. This position change was definitely more mentally challenging than the first switch because I had never played shortstop in all of my softball career. So I was definitely scared of messing up and letting down my teammates and coaches. But thankfully, with the best coaches and teammates to support me every single day, I eventually made the switch over to shortstop with ease. I couldn't resist this change because it was happening whether I liked it or not, so I knew I had to do what I had to do to succeed, which was control my controllables. So focusing on my own personal efforts every single day before team practice, I would go out an hour early and get extra reps on the field to help prepare myself. And each day I got more and more comfortable, and eventually shortstop became my happy place and my new home. And so now don't get me wrong, I definitely made mistakes throughout the season because nobody's perfect. But I had an incredible support system to back me up, and I knew that we're always going to be there for me no matter what the stats said. So if you take anything away from my softball journey, it should be that hard work really does pay off. Even if it takes you a while to get there, progress is better than none, so always keep your head high. And I also learned to embrace change, even if it means feeling uncomfortable, because often with that, this means there's an opportunity for growth. And you always want to take that when possible. You never know what's going to happen. So life is always going to throw you a curveball, so embrace it, work hard, never stop hustling, and you're capable of doing anything that you're willing to work for. Thanks for listening.